Christy Jensen, and I'm here today to tell you about our Saint of the Week, Saint Gianna Beretta Molla. Saint Gianna is known as the saint of everyday life because she had just a very common life. She was a mom, a wife, she was a doctor, and she just loved her family very much. Gianna was born on October 4th, 1922. She was the 10th of 13 children, and she was born in Magenta, Italy. She became a doctor in 1942, and if that date rings a bell, it's because it was during World War II, and she happened to live in Italy. As you can probably tell, she was a very highly motivated person. She went against the grain and did what she felt was important and necessary in her life. The great desire of her heart was to become a missionary, and she wanted to move to Brazil to work with women. Unfortunately, her health would not allow her to go, and she was very saddened that she couldn't have what she wanted, but she trusted in God's plan. And in 1954, God's plan was revealed to her when she met the love of her life, Pietro. Gianna and Pietro had a very beautiful love story, and it's one that I encourage you to look into. They wrote each other love letters that there are records of, and they just truly, truly did love each other. They were very different in personality. Gianna was very outgoing and very aggressive in her, in a way, she was the one who was pursuing Pietro. But Pietro was very shy, but he loved Gianna very much. He was a matchmaker, a professional matchmaker, and no, that doesn't mean that he set couples up to fall in love. He actually physically made matches that we used to start fires. Together they had 3 children. Then they were pregnant with their 4th daughter. And during the 4th month of this pregnancy, they found out that Gianna had a tumor. And even though the tumor was benign, it was still going to cause a lot of complications with the pregnancy and probably put Gianna's life in danger. So Gianna had 3 options at this point. One of them was an abortion, which was against the Catholic Church and something that she just didn't believe in at all. She was she very much respected life, and it was not even an option to her. The second option is something that would have been approved by the church, although it would have been a very difficult and sad choice for them to make. And that would have been a total hysterectomy. So they went with the third choice, which was just to remove the fibroma alone. Gianna is known for saying time and time again, if it comes between me and my baby, save my baby. She really loved her baby and wanted her to have a chance at life. The baby was born on Holy Saturday. Unfortunately, Gianna was sick. She came down with septic peritonitis, and she died a week later on April 28th. Gianna is an amazing woman of heroic virtue. And something that we can learn from her is that love costs. True love will always cost. She's known for having said, love and sacrifice are clearly linked, like the sun and the light. We cannot love without suffering, and we cannot suffer without love. The daughter whose life she saved is named Gianna after her mother. She is still alive today and is also a doctor. You can look up her videos on YouTube and to hear her talk about her, and I quote, Saint Mom. She has a beautiful story to tell, is a beautiful person, and I encourage you to look for her, and we will put a link to her video in the description below. Another really great thing that Gianna teaches us is that you don't necessarily become a saint overnight. Gianna had to make hard choices her entire life. She had to choose to be a pediatrician in a time when women weren't really allowed to be in that field. She had to choose to do that during World War II, which was a very difficult time. She had to choose to not go to Brazil, which was the desire of her heart. All these choices that she made throughout her life really led her to making this very difficult decision later on in her life that I'm sure was not easy for her to make, but was something that she knew was important and knew was what God was calling her to do. Whenever we are faced with difficult decisions, it's important for us to keep in mind what God is asking for us to do and to ask for help from our friends like Gianna. This could be you.